They're just opinions, so don't take it personally. Just because we don't like it, you can still be happy. Enjoy what you like, you're an adult. Yeah. BWN Productions, mask plus props and costume work. If you want a monster name, contact BWN Productions. Fast custom shirts, hundreds of t-shirts, all at reasonable prices. If you need custom work, contact Fast Custom Shirts. Grab a cold one and get ready for the show. It's intended for mature audiences because we kid and joke. Boy God is here and so is Tom and Joe.
Sorry, everybody. The worst podcast in the world is back in that fucking ass. Two fingers. Joe, how is you?
Tom, not much been going on. Just been sitting here at the house. Yourself?
Just been sitting there at the house.
Yeah, for
You're
about
sitting.
a week or so, I guess.
Oh my God, is everything okay?
No, Tom, no. We just got back from Texas Frightmare weekend, and I know a lot of people that don't usually follow this podcast at least tune in to hear our recap.
And I wrote /review for hopefully the hits and the clicks you see. But
Yes, a lot of that. We're going to be getting a lot of those for sure. Hey, Tom, this was your first Texas Frightmare weekend, right?
no, sir.
Oh, we've been doing this a long time at the old venues, more than one of them. And at this venue, is this the third year at this venue?
Yes.
Yeah. The old Irving Convention Center in Irving, Texas. Las Colinas, they call that area, Tom.
And we can call it the old now since it has been 3. And this year it kind of felt like, yeah, this is the place it's at. It's not the new place anymore. And, this is the place it's at. So,
Yeah.
it seems like I was just fucking there from last year.
One of the cooler things, at least for me and a few other vendors, is they opened it up to where you could set up Thursday night, so that was cool. Like I got in there, got a lot of that shit done that evening, and it helped a whole lot. I didn't wake up all like, hey, I gotta get up early and get over there. I mean, not as early as you usually do, because you come in Friday, right? You get up at the crack of dawn and get on the old road.
Yeah, if I have shit to do the next day, like I gotta be up for something, chances are I'm not sleeping. So it's oh yeah, I'm gonna get to sleep early, and then it's just tossing and turning. Oh, all right, I got an hour of sleep. Wait, oh my Christ, what time is it? I oversleep? Nope, still got 5 hours till you gotta wake up, tossing and turning some more.
Oh shit, did I put this in the car? Yeah, shit like that. When's the last time I changed the oil, now that I think about it? Yeah.
But I'm also a fucking nut, you see, so I like to worry about everything, so I have nothing better to do with my time.
Yeah. So anyway, Friday, get there, do the usual setup. I finish up what I need to finish up. You set up all your masks, then I don't know. Then we go kill time, I guess. We go check into the old rooms and go and eat. And man, it's tradition that we go to the old yard house there. Yeah.
Will it be a tradition
I
in the
hope
future?
no. Yeah, fucking every year we go there, and every year I think, man, I don't fucking like this place. What am I doing here? You know, it's we've got a large selection of beers. Yeah, it's all garbage. You know, it's like, okay, I'll do one of your house beers, and it's just like, all right, I should have just got a Miller Lite, I guess. You know, not very good. Their food is all fucking horrible. The service,
It's like goofy uppity twists on like regular shit.
yeah, just make
It's
this shit
weird.
better. You know, I don't need like fish tacos infused with, just give me fish tacos.
Yeah, we both got the fish and chips,
Yeah,
and I wasn't even done with mine, and I got diarrhea. It was fucked up, and then I had it all through the rest of the day into the morning. And from what I heard, it hit you later on as well, Joe.
I did have to make my way to the old bathroom during the course of the show. I said, all right, well, let's go fuck this up for everybody. Um,
I woke up so fucking early and was fucking liquid shitting so much my asshole was swollen. It was one of those where it's like, oh, I can't wipe my ass anymore because it feels like I got punched in my asshole.
yeah. I'll tell you this though, they open up the Marriott for the vendors early, and those rooms are pretty nice, compared to a lot of the hotels that I stay at on the road. This is probably one of the nicer hotels for rooms and everything. Our room was very clean. The hallway did not feel very clean, but once you got into the room, it's like, hey, all right, they threw some bleach around here. That's all right.
Yeah, I mean, it smelled like they might have sprayed something. The fucking, like not the latch that locks the door, but
Mhm.
the thing on the door that the latch goes over, like
Yeah.
that was falling off of the fucking door. So, you just notice stuff. I always just, like, it's another hotel room. They're pretty much all the same. This one has a little table and a fucking, like a lazy boy type chair, and it's sweet. I don't care. That's why I like sticking to Holiday Inns. They're all the same. I know what I'm gonna get. It's reasonably easy enough to clean, so
Um, well, yeah, fucking Killed Time did that. Then it's showtime, Tom. It's showtime. And Friday always seems a long day, because you sit up early and then the show goes from what, 5 to 11?
that's right.
Yeah. So it's a long day. And, had to spend quite a bit of money this year because there's no outside alcohol or food allowed in the venue. Wink. Uh, so yeah, that was different. Just been we had to continue with this year.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, looks like we're not gonna be doing a lot of drinking this year because of that. And at a certain point, it was just like, oh fuck it, we'll spend the money. And then we did the same amount of drinking and
Yeah.
uh
Uh, Crowd was pretty good on Friday, and that's something I guess I don't know. Well, I mean, the weekend went by. We do our things. Tom's selling his masks. I'm selling my shirts. We're talking with everybody that comes to the table. We're both very appreciative of everybody that comes to the table, that comes to these shows and everything. Uh, some of you we only get to see once a year, and we appreciate your patronage and your friendship.
for sure, yeah. I'm sorry I look like this and that I stand like this. It's it's already awkward enough for me to be out there fucking standing all day and trying not to look even more weird than I do. So I saw somebody take a picture of one of my masks. They posted on the Frightmare group, and it's just me in the background looking completely fucking uncomfortable, just like, So, I mean, it is what it is. I appreciate it. Like you said, it's good seeing everybody, and I definitely appreciate everybody that picks me up, but I just fucking don't like standing around all day in a cramped area, and the business side of it really isn't my thing because I always feel like I'm robbing people. Like, oh, you bought something before, I'll knock $800 off. It's the least I can do. So if I could just like, if money comes up, if I could just cough and then Lori pops up and she handles all of that, that would probably be better for everyone. But yeah, I hate standing there. I hate the business part, but everything else was a good time and it was a good show and all that shit. It's just, from my perspective, it's the same shit at every show. You're just standing behind a bunch of stuff like, hello,
Yeah.
hello.
Well, we got a bird's eye view of the celebrities because they were right across from us, but I don't know, that hasn't really ever been my thing. Usually there's like one or two that I'll go get an autograph from or something. But this year there was really nobody that I had an interest in. But
Well, Joe. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk over you.
no, go ahead, Tom. Please, my friend.
Well, Joe, I did go to meet somebody this year. Can you believe that?
No, I cannot.
So, I've been sculpting these masks and painting these masks, and I was like, hey, you know what? I think old Jeffrey Combs might want one of these. I'll go up and say, hey, buddy, you want one of these masks? Ah, this is really cool, but there's no way for me to get this home. All right, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
So that was that, and that's kind of what I figured. And after the last time I gave somebody a mask and then they just gave it away, I was like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna do this anymore. But then I talked to one of my buddies, and he's just like, oh, yeah, I'm not, no. He was just like, oh, yeah, it's a common thing. And in my head, I'm just like, yeah, I know I'm stupid. I just thought it would be a nice thing to do. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't
I
know.
didn't, yeah, I didn't really care. I wasn't like, oh, you fuck. I was just like, yeah, of course. I'm high. I'm sorry. It was funny. I walk up, there's like, hey, can I help you? Like a handler or whatever. It's like, yeah, I don't really want to give you money or anything.
Yeah.
I just want to see if he wants this shit. No, fuck off, fatty. All right then.
Okay.
But then I ran into my buddy Tom. I forgot he was going to be there because I don't really pay attention to the guest list or anything. So
Mm.
I talked to him for like 20 minutes and caught up, and he gave me a couple movies because he said he gets a kick out of the reviews on Facebook, and he would like me to do a couple for his. So
Well, that's done, sideways for us before. So,
no. He's a friend of the show. He's the reason we got Howard Wexler on. So
oh, good deal. Good deal. Um, yeah, so we were situated right next to the line for Bruce Campbell. You're familiar with Bruce Campbell, aren't you, Tom?
yeah, but I'm more of a Progresso guy.
Yeah. So, yeah, he had a weird fucking I don't know, method. He would sign a certain number of autographs. So like if somebody in line had three things, that was three of those autographs he was gonna sign, take a break or whatever. And he had some guy, I guess his agent there, like going up and down the line telling everybody that, and he would like ask them, hey, how many items do you have? Please hold up your fingers, and it's like, dude, you count.
And then he would count out 350.
No, I think I don't know what the fuck he was doing because he wasn't writing shit down, but he had a very shiny head, like fucking like I don't know if he waxed that ass before going there, but the dude was it made him very odd looking, and you know,
Like dressed in a suit. Like, oh, this is high business and
yeah.
like that part of the conventions, I know it's a necessity and it's been happening since been happening since been happening, but it always just comes off fucking weird to me.
The very same guy, Rich. Yeah, so yeah, Bruce Campbell's been in some shit that I like, but I don't see him as a star really outside of this genre. You know, it's like a lot of people that I know that if I threw Bruce Campbell out there, they wouldn't know who the hell I was talking about. So I mean, I guess he has to eat it up while he can, or what? Get that money while it's there. But I don't know. I just don't understand that. There's not anybody I'm gonna wait in line for hours and hours on. A Dio is dead, man.
Yeah, and I don't get his shtick, like his dress and his like fake demeanor or whatever shit he's putting on.
And being a prick, you know. Yeah, I don't, but a lot of people do. A lot of people are in line for him, waiting for him, and they're very mad afterwards. And they're mad at the convention. Hey, I saw it all in action. That's not the convention setting those roles down. That's either that guy's agent in cahoots with Bruce Campbell. They're doing things the way they want. I don't see why. Well, you do see why they would want them there, but I mean, I just don't understand putting up with that kind of shit.
Yeah, and I understand 350 or whatever the number is. Okay, then at least do that. Like 350 people get one thing
Right.
that
Spread.
would, and I don't know how these things work. I honestly really don't give a fuck to know because I'm never gonna run a convention or
I would never.
any. But why don't you just sell them beforehand? You know what I'm saying? Like, sell these autograph tickets beforehand. Say, "Hey, listen up. These are going on sale now. If you want them, this
Well,
is."
that also may be out of their control. It's like, no, this is what Mr. Campbell says he's going to do, and that's it.
No, I'm saying, yeah, but I mean, if that's the thing beforehand, just sell those. But um, there was a thing that said cash only for them, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
No, I don't know, man. Um, yeah, walked around, bought a few records, came home with a lot of movies. A lot of movies. I've got a bag here full of movies. Uh,
Shout out to the fine folks at Wild Eye Releasing.
Wild Eye took care of us both. Arrow, set me up with a handful of movies. Uh, got a fucking book from Severin. One of the only books that I don't have that Brad Carter did. And who else? I picked some stuff up from Dark Sky. They didn't give me anything, but I don't know those guys, so that's fine. Old Unearthed Films gave me some. Uh, well, okay, Rich, that's an exception. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really spend a whole lot of money on myself, so and that's a good thing. I don't need to acquire more and more things. I don't know that I'll be able to finish all these movies before I die in a couple of years.
Yeah, I got some stuff from Terror Vision. I went to Vinegar Syndrome to see how much they were doing dirty work for. All they had was that fucking ugly, ugly, ugly ass box that came with that fucking like that hard box version with the book that I don't give a fuck about. I was like, all right, I already ordered it online. How much you guys doing this for? 46 bucks. No, I'll just wait till it comes in the mail. That would be cool to see it fucking as soon as possible and all that shit. But you know what I'm saying? I ordered it that fucking pre-sale weekend for $12 cheaper.
So the thing with Vinegar Syndrome, yes, they do put out some stuff that I like, but I wait. I'll wait until it's a year old and then they put it on sale because I don't need to see it right then and there. It's usually shit that I've already seen, so I don't want to pay the 50 or $60. I'll wait till well, shit, we didn't get rid of all of these because only people like Joe like this damn movie. Let's sell it for 25 now. Then I'll take it.
For sure. And most of their stuff is fucking garbage, not worth paying the price for. But Dirty Work's one of my favorite movies. So I was like, fuck, really want to watch this Lost Cut or whatever the fuck. So, but no, cooler heads prevail. And I am very frugal with what little money I have. So, speaking of which, Joe, remember when you said you wouldn't take my money for the Uber?
Yeah.
You got it.
Did I?
But I appreciate it.
All right. Yeah, one thing that Tom and I discussed last year is like the hotel is directly across from the convention is usually where the party people are at. It's a bit a ways from where we stay. And it's not like we can't walk or anything, but after you've done a convention all fucking day, and then you drink a whole lot, and then you go over there and maybe drink some more, or somebody offers you like, hey man, take a hit of this. It makes that walk a little bit more difficult. So yeah, we just stayed at the Marriott for the most part this year, and it was cool because a lot of the other vendors did the same. So, and most of those guys are friends of ours, so it was very cool to catch up with them, especially Saturday evening. When a bunch of us were out there drinking and talking into the night.
Yeah, it was like the good old days, the good old gays, where we just sit around on the tables and it wasn't like a stupid fucking college party atmosphere.
Yeah, as David asked me how it went, and I told him, hey, you would have loved it. It was just like when we would sit outside of the hotel at Frightmare.
Oh yeah, and they're miss. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Can will blow up and they'll be able to make it next year.
Mm.
Thoughts and prayers, everybody, and Francois. Except you, JCVD. I saw that recent story. Go get him, kid. As Joe would say. Oh, shit. If we can break in from the Frightmare stuff, Joe, now seems like a perfect time.
I don't even think that deserves a mention.
Oh, man. Thank God he's not around to see what's going on Facebook today.
Mm.
Oh shit, it's so funny. It's like I'm sure you've seen the same thing. People are just like, oh, rest in empowerment, King. And then the first reply, and then oh my Christ, I had no idea.
Yeah, I replied to the first one I saw, and it was just with good.
But then you just keep seeing it and keep seeing it's just gasps were heard over Facebook today for hours. Jeez Louise. No, you see, he was gonna fuck me. Gross either way, dude.
Fucker.
Oh well, at least shoe boxes don't cost much. Shaq just bought a new pair of shoes. I'll donate it to the little guy.
He is a very giving man, that Shaq.
Yep. Giving that dick.
Yeah. So, yeah, another show that I was very happy with. I thought sales were back to they were before the pandemic. I did well.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I have a very low opinion on myself and everything, and I try not to pay attention to that shit anymore. So it just is what it is. I'm happy to fucking see everybody there, and it was a good show. I don't feel like jumping off a fucking bridge after it, so I'll call it a win.
Yeah, so thank you, Sue. Thank you, Lloyd. All the work you do is very much appreciated.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's the one time a year I get to see these fucking people. If it wasn't for you guys putting the shit on, I wouldn't see them. So I appreciate it, and I guess let me get the company and all that shit out there. But really, this is the first year I was just like, oh shit. You know what else I realized this year? Everybody's getting fucking old, Joe.
Yeah. So yeah, there were some kids that used to come with their parents to the show, and they're not kids anymore. That's like, oh fuck, you're a young man now. Holy shit. We've been doing this for a long time, haven't we?
Yeah, the first time I seen old Kane Hodder this weekend, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Tough. Yeah, for sure.
He's definitely not as big, and he looked a little shaky.
Yeah. So I didn't see Linda Blair in person, but I saw pictures of her over the past 2 days, and she has had a bit of work done over the past 2 years.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything because that's not cool, but I mean,
I don't know. Yeah.
cheeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What cheeks? That's all I can say. To each their own.
Yeah.
Maybe it was an improvement, Joe. I don't know.
We'll see y'all next year. Maybe some of you won't have to work and you can make it to the show.
Yeah, I heard like people was like, "Oh, Memorial Day, that fucks everything up." I thought, wouldn't it be better since you got Monday off? Isn't that?
I liked it. For me, it was like I ended up going to the shop for a brief moment, but I knew I wouldn't get much done because Postal Service, even UPS is closed for Memorial Day, so that helped. Um, but no, like Lisa wasn't there on Friday because old Holland, we can call him Dutch. He's 18 now. He graduated. Congratulations, Dutch. I know once in a while you listen, so that's a big accomplishment. Congratulations, dude. It's something I never did. I never graduated high school, and maybe you'll do
I don't mean to laugh at that. I'm sorry.
it, you know. Hmm. Hopefully on a podcast. But yeah, that was my weekend, and I saw pictures of Tom's Memorial Day bash that he had.
What the fuck did I do Memorial Day? I don't think anything.
Nothing. Well, I'll tell you what I went and did on the Tuesday or yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I went and got my mouth fucked. I paid money to get my mouth fucked by two ladies that were just cranking open my jaw and like getting a drill in there. It's like this isn't sexy at all. And I don't know, like here, give him some more suction on that side. The dentist is never fun. Never fun.
Yeah, I also went to the dentist yesterday for the old cleaning. And it was a different lady doing it this time. It seemed like she was a bit more aggressive. I don't remember my gums being swollen when I left.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, she definitely scraped the shit out of there and got the barnacles in there. I think she was newer because you know, the fluids and shit were shooting out onto my face and into my hair. And the other lady was good about not letting that happen. So,
Well, good thing they give you those lokes to wear.
oh no, she was like, oh, you know, you can wear your glasses if you want. You don't need. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine because it was fine with the other lady.
Yeah.
Fuck me, I guess.
Yeah.
It's all right though. 200 and some dollars later, like all the money I made is gone. Just going to fucking the bills. Hey, the car insurance hit. For
Yep.
some reason, I got the fucking, you know, the little safe driving gimmick that you drive and pair with your phone to see how you drive. And you've driven with me, Joe. I drive like a safe old lady.
You do. You're a very safe driver and slow driver. Yes.
And some reason my fucking bill, like every time I get it, every 6 months or whatever, it's been going up by like $30, $40. So I'm gonna call him tomorrow and be like, what the fuck? Is it even worth me having this shit in the fucking car anymore? Like, how much am I saving? Why does it keep going up? I was looking at the thing and it's just like, oh, your phone distraction is at a moderate rate. Well, if I'm using my phone to fucking like it's the radio, what am I supposed to tell you? It's just playing shit. It's gonna be on.
Yeah.
So
Figure it's always going to go up by that amount every year. So, that's just it. That's just fucking car insurance or any insurance. Is like, well, it's a little bit more this year because.
yeah, but you know, I've never called up and bitched at a place before, and I've heard when you no, I take that back. I did do it to Sirius XM because I heard, yeah, you just call up there and complain, they'll give it to you for fucking 33 cents for 18 years. So did that shit, but yeah, I've never called these people up, so I just want to find out like, so
Yeah.
why is this happening? How much am I actually saving? There's just a check mark that says, "Oh yeah, safe driver discount applied." What's the discount? Whatever. And I'll probably hit him up about some life insurance too, because a couple years ago the guy hit me up. I was like, dude, I don't fucking care. Who gives a fuck? It's like, well, don't you have a wife? I'm just like, yeah. Well, what happens? Who cares? Whatever. We're all gonna fucking die. I don't care. He was just like flabbergasted. It's like, yeah, you never called up a miserably depressed fuck before, you piece of shit.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not that bad right now, so I might as well. Yeah, I don't want to really talk to you anymore. I just want to find out this fucking safe driving shit, but send over the paperwork and I'll look it over at my leisure.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. That's the plan. But yeah, again, shout out to everybody at Frightmare, the vendors. I should say that first because we're vendors and that's the most people that we interact with. And then the people that put it on, and then the people who fucking show up, and then all the celebrities, which that's something else I notice. They're really trying to make new horror celebrities and just get whoever they can because yeah, everybody's just so getting so old now, and it's it is what it is.
Uh, but no, it is though. It is a new generation of people that are liking shit that most of us don't like or whatever. Like a lot of the names that were there, like who, for me, it's like who, and it's like, oh yeah, I did see the new Evil Dead movie. Who was she? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that lady and Barbara were some shit who was next to her, Barver Varver Varver, or some shit who had a big line. I have no idea who these.
I think that's the Terrifier girl, but Terrifier is huge, and it's huge with a younger crowd. So I definitely get it, and I would get why promoters would want them there. They draw in people. That sells tickets, man.
For sure, I'm just saying I don't fucking.
Yeah, I didn't particularly care for the Terrifier movies, but as anybody that listens to this show on a regular basis, I don't particularly care for much.
Especially you fuck. Yeah, I'm just I thought this chair over here was closer and I was gonna use it for an armrest, but it's not, and I just kinda held my arm up like oh, I'll just pretend this is what I'm supposed to do, but it's like all cut off in the darkness here, so you can't see it anyways. And besides me being a dick, Joe, I'm very happy that no shows for like 2 months.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think I have a few. I was trying to find my address book because I'm an old fuck and I still use one of those. Or not address book, a date book. And I don't know where it is. So I got to find out. Maybe it's at the shop somewhere, hopefully. See what's coming up on the old horizon. I know Horror Realm sent out their thing like, hey, vendors, you want to come back? I do.
I do. Oh, can you do it anywhere besides Pittsburgh?
Yeah, but Tom, this is a movie or a podcast about films, and I know you watched a ton of them.
Yeah. Well, Joe, I watched a movie called Ninja Vengeance. I forgot to talk about it last week because you just got caught up in all the happenings in the wonderful episode that it was. But in Ninja Vengeance, get this, Joe, it's a hit motion picture, never gets old, about a white karate man who just graduates from ninja school. A ninja school that
Early.
no, not Beverly Hills.
Oh,
I think it's maybe a Florida beach because all of his classes took place on kind of a shitty beach. So this dickhead rolls into some hillbilly town. Joe, get this. He rides a ninja as well. Can you believe that shit? A Kawasaki Ninja.
yeah.
So that fucking thing breaks down. And, he's strolling around town and the local token smart black kid, he's getting all kinds of guff from the police because it was a different time, Joe. And he's so happy because in a couple weeks he's going to graduate and get out of this fucking town and he's not going to take this shit anymore.
Sounds like my life story.
Unfortunately, Joe. Excuse me?
Minus the graduation part.
Well, this is college.
Oh.
So why he went to college in this fucking backwoods old-timey hillbilly town, I don't know, but he did. So unfortunately for him, the cops, the mayor, everybody in power, the local fucking shopkeep, all part of the clan.
Mm-hmm.
So they beat him to death. And
Does the Klansman, does he drive like a, what was that Jeep? Was it the Suzuki Samurai?
No, he drives a Raptor because he's a fucking dickhead piece of shit.
I would have thought that would have clashed better though with the Kawasaki, the Samurai.
It would have. It would have. But yeah, old fucking Great White Haru Ninja. He sees fucking, oh my goblin, I can't believe it. So the rest of the movie is just him tussling with the clan. It sucks, Joe. But it's pretty funny. Because it's fucking ridiculous. Very little ninja action. Probably the least amount of ninja action you can have in a movie and still call it Ninja Vengeance.
Yeah.
there's a scene where he's like unloading all of his ninja shit on his bed, and he's got like swords and ninja stars and a book about being a ninja. Never uses it. The cops find it in his room, like, oh, what's all this stuff, boy? I'm a ninja. Oh, yeah. But it's good. It's not good when they kill that guy for being black, but it's a pretty funny fucking movie. And I would recommend watching it if you like pieces of shit.
Where can these good people watch this piece?
Where did I see this? Probably Tubi or YouTube.
Right, yeah. The old standards, folks. Oh.
If it's a piece of shit, it's on Tubi.
So next time you look at the email that says Netflix just took away $21 of your hard-earned cash, think, why do I still have this? I need to pull a Tom and call them, and renegotiate the terms of this, which that's something I need to do. Thanks for the reminder, Tom.
Hey, no problem. They're Netflix. They don't give a fuck. Joe, I also watched. Fuck, hold on. That's a shitty segue.
That's
Well, Joe, the fine folks at Wild Eye Releasing gave us both stacks and stacks of movies to watch. Most of which I would assume would be given away on this very podcast once again. One of which being Monster Force Zero. Joe, did you get this one?
I didn't even look at the bag. I got busy and I just passed you. You said, just give me the bag and let me look, motherfucker. And I did.
I can't remember. Well, Joe, sit back, listen, and find out if Monster Force Zero will be a movie for you. This one is about a group of kids, young adults, going to Galaxy Con. What's Galaxy Con? Some convention that actually exists. Seems just like standard generic pop culture convention. Well, these people are going there, a guy and two girls. They're going there to promote this guy's comic book. So they got a table and they're dressed up like generic cosplayers. And there's about fucking 138 minutes starting the movie out of just this guy walking around this convention doing all the convention stuff. Like, oh, look at that table. All right.
Let me interject a little bit. GalaxyCon is in Oklahoma City. This year it went on May 23rd through May 25th.
How about that? So, yeah, just walking around the convention, and then their rivals, I don't think this other group of kids have like a comic book. They're just like, hey, we're a bunch of cosplayers. Fuck you. Oh, man. Yeah, fuck you. Challenge us to a cosplay duel.
Oh, shit.
So they do. And it's put on by this lady who comes off like an evil villain because she is. And
Villains, huh?
that's right. Mhm.
Yeah.
So this cosplay duel is really just an excuse to find out who's the better team to give them superpowers to
Oh.
do this mission. And it turns out the mission might not be what it seems, Joe. Not for me. It's a good no budget movie effort. It's just not for me. Like, if you love going to conventions of any kind and just dressing up in your cosplay and being happy that you're at the convention, then this movie's for you. It comes off like a more adult um cable network, like a more adultish Disney Channel movie or something maybe. Like it's fine and well put together for nothing, but not for me. No teeth, just kind of tame, and but it had some good lighting, and the dinosaur they made was commendable. Just yeah, I'm not about that con life, animama.
Uh,
Yeah, it's hard to, because it's not like, oh yeah, we went to a horror convention or we went to a comic. It's just like just generic convention.
so they're
Very
like that here in Dallas, and it's called AllCon, Tom. It encompasses everything.
yeah,
There's no horror representation there that I've seen, but everything.
almost everything a palooza.
Yeah. My personal favorite convention is the Republican National Convention, but we'll talk about that so much.
I hope not. Oh, but yeah, I don't know. Chris Holm might like this movie.
Wild Eye Releasing, he said.
That's correct. Find out how we can give it away at some time, because I don't think it's going to be like last year where I just fucking mail out fucking 20 different DVDs and it ends up costing me like $160.
Yeah. And oh, by the way, nobody won the contest guessing Tom's favorite mobster movie. Oh,
Fucking dumb if you paid attention and you just said Orgasmo.
no free T-shirt for anybody.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That was an easy one.
Yep.
Y'all fucked up.
Tom, I watched the movie. You know, I'm really into those occult, supernatural type movies, right?
Yes.
Well, I watched one on the old Hulu channel, which is a bastion of cinematic art and spectacle
Excellence.
excellence. This movie was called The Accursed. And it stars two women that I used to find oddly attractive, you know, that's like, hey, they're not really, but there's something about them, you know, that one of them you'll recognize, Tom, because you were a big fan of the show she was on, and that is Miss Yancey Butler. You remember her? Yep, from your old favorite TV adaptation of a comic book, Witchblade. Yes, you were a big Witchblade fan, were you not? Yep. Yeah, I always thought the lady was good, and she was the only reason to watch that piece of shit show. And I think maybe I read two of the comics, didn't like them. The other one is a lady named Lenora Walters, and she is probably even more recognizable career-wise than Yancey Butler. But sad thing to say. This is a movie about Croatians. You know, it gives you a whole thing that Croatian women are persecuted because of their witchcraft ways, and then a lot of them fled to the Americas where they would not be persecuted. And but that doesn't stop them from persecuting each other, Tom. because there's one lady that starts fucking around with another lady's husband, you know, and they go and start doing some barn fucking. And oh shit, here comes the wife. She busts in and it's like, hey, they're all witches. So she starts commencing a spell. You know, she's doing the whole spells like, I'm cursing you and your whole family. I don't know what a Croatian accent sounds like, and I don't think any of these actors did either. But it was like, you know, and she's about to finish the spell, but you know, the lady hits her with something, kills her, you know, and that other lady's sister is like pops in. What's all the commotion? Oh shit, you killed this lady. Yeah, she was gonna do this big curse on all of us. Me, you know, my whole family, our descendants, everybody. You know, how far did she get on the spell? Well, she was almost done. She had like one or two words to say, oh, we got to stop this because she might come back to life and finish this spell or something, or if somebody brings her back. So they cut off her hand and use her hand to cover her own mouth. Bury her like that, Tom. And as long as nobody ever finds her and takes that hand off, he won't be able to finish the spell. Years go by. This lady has a son of her own now, and she's hosting his marriage there on their property. You know, the property where they bury the lady with the hand cover in her mouth, you know, and I don't know, things are going kind of weird, Tom. And the girl that's marrying her son, well, she might have an ulterior motive, Tom. Maybe, just maybe, she's a descendant of the covered mouth lady. You know where this goes from there, don't you? Yep. A lot of shitty off-screen kills and vines, you know, people holding vines off screen and, you know, like they're sneaking up on a person. Oh, here comes a vine. Some bad CGI, and it had a decent story, but they didn't know how to pull it off. And none of the acting's good. None of the lighting's good. None of the things that you said were good for your low budget movie could they accomplish in this one. You know, they don't know how to build suspense for shit. There's just nothing to it, man. It's like something that had potential, but like somebody had a good idea for a plot, and it's like, fuck yeah, let's make that movie. They get on set and wait a minute. Oh shit, you need people that actually know how to do these kind of things, and we don't. Not a good movie. The Accursed, as I said, came out, I don't know what year it came out, but it doesn't matter. It's on Hulu. Watch it if you want. I don't give a shit. I already did watch it.
I'll check it out. Well, Joe, have you ever heard of Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter?
I have not heard of this one, Tom.
I have, and I seen it at the Terror Vision booth. So I decided to pick it up. Unfortunately for me, this year, they wouldn't sell it to me without the slipcover. There's that bootleg Freddy Krueger.
He looks radioactive.
Yep, we'll get into that. Then you got your 4K and your Blu-ray. Joe,
Watch.
I actually watched the 4K.
Okay.
On a 1080p projector, so who gives a fuck? Looked fine, sounded fine. So this one is about a reporter. I think it's Halloween night. He's going out with his best girl and his brother. And he says, oh, I got this big scoop tomorrow. I got this big scoop, and I'm going to break it. I can't tell you what it is yet, but, oh, there's this big scoop, and I got a meeting with the people at the nuclear power plant tomorrow, or the nuclear waste containment facility.
He's a modern-day Ben Urich.
Something all right, Joe. So he goes to the containment facility, and it's, it's the big boardroom with the stereotypical smoking fucking people in suits. And he is up there like, oh, I know this is an unsafe place and all this fucked up shit's happening, and I'm gonna spill the beans.
Mm.
Why would you go? Like, why would you go and tell them this just to be like, oh, yeah, you're right. Here's a confession. Take this and put it in the paper. So the guy's just like, oh, huh. All right. Well, how about I show you where we dispose of the nuclear waste? Oh, sure. That'll be lovely. So, of course, he pushes the fucking guy into the nuclear waste. He turns into a fucking bootleg Freddy Krueger with radioactive powers. He gets hot. And then he goes around killing people in the fucking who are in the boardroom. And it has its moments. There's a couple okay. There's one good kill, like, oh hey, that was an all right kill. If they were all like this, this might be a little better. There was one funny kill. You don't really see anything. A character's in a bathtub, and this guy pisses in the bathtub. And since he has nuclear piss, it like fucking heats up the water and shit. You don't really see like anything gory, but it's just like, oh yeah, that's kind of funny. But this is a very of its time and corny movie, late 80s, early 90s, that kind of like Killer Tomato sequel or Death Row game show jokes where it's all just puns and one-liners, just one after another, just the cringy dad joke shit. And yeah, those kind of movies don't really work for me. However, if those movies work for you and that's what you like, then I don't see why you wouldn't love this fucking movie. Because it's definitely well made and there's stuff in there. It's just, this isn't my kind of humor. I don't like cornball shit, but it does have his moments, just not enough to keep this from going into the old for sale bin for me. I didn't give a fuck enough to listen to any of the commentary tracks, but I did listen or watch the making of documentary. It was all right. It was informative, I guess, but nothing I really gave a fuck about. But if you like this movie, there was the thing in the behind the scenes where it's like, this is what the VHS looked like. This is what this new scan looks like, and it looks like a completely different fucking movie. So if you like Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter, this release from Terror Vision is worth picking up for sure. But hit me up. Maybe I'll still have it and I will give it to you. I won't give it to you, but you'll get it cheaper.
There you have it, Rich. Hope that helps you decide. Rich says he was about to purchase this one.
Well, I will definitely sell it to you at a very reasonable price if you would like it. And it has an only slightly dented slipcover from being thrown over my fucking head. Joe, because I know you watched a lot, I'm going to sneak one more review in here before you get to your next one. Is that okay?
Sneak it in, Tom. I'm going to get some more water while you start this.
Fuck, I'm going to get some more water too, and we're all going to take a water break.
I'm back, everyone. I'm back. Let's see. Well, Tom's gone. I'll show you some of the shit I got from Arrow. I got Conan the Destroyer. The Addiction. I don't know if I've even heard of this one. Quadrant. I don't know if I put this one out. Full Moon. That's right. I got some stuff on Full Moon. But Tom's back. On with the show.
Sorry, I've been eyeballing the last of that water for a hot fucking minute. Alright then, Joe. Let me ask you this shit. You ever been to New Zealand?
Not, and I really don't want to.
Why? Why don't you ever want to go down to New Zealand there, Joe?
Doesn't look like a nice place.
Oh, it looks like a nice place. A lot of greenery, a lot of water, a lot of greenery, a lot of sheep. Did you know there was a lot of sheep in New Zealand, Joe?
Well, what kind of sheep, Tom?
Black sheep. Not only is this an IFC release, Joe, but it's a Dimension Extreme release. Fuck.
Whole
Man.
Circuit City.
So this one, I always liked it. I can't say I always liked it because I didn't know before I seen it. But I seen it when it was released on DVD, Joe. Oh, what's it about? So it starts out on a sheep farm, a family-owned sheep farm. Two brothers are out with their father, and they're on ATVs. They have a dog, and they're just doing sheeping. What is that? Oh, just following the sheep around, making them run over here, making them run over there, that kind of thing. And the dad says to one of the sons, "What? You're really good at the sheeping, yeah?" And then the other son, he's like, "Meow." So he's all sad and depressed. So he goes back to the house and kills his brother's pet sheep. So when his brother comes back, he's just like, "Oi, sheepy! Sheepy, where's your sheepy?" So he's looking around for his pet sheep, goes into the spooky barn, and then the skinned body, headless body of sheepy falls from the ceiling on a meat hook or a chain or something, and he goes, "Oh, crikey!" And then his brother comes out wearing the sheepskin, going, "Oh, wooga, oh, wooga, 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 oh, wooga, wooga, wooga." So this kid's traumatized, fucked in the head. And then a lady runs in and says, "Oi, mate, your papa died." And then we flash forward to however many fucking years later. The evil brother owns the farm now, and he's doing like fucking genetic testings on the sheep or whatever. The fucked in the head kid, he comes back and he's all traumatized. Fucking sheep scare the fuck out of him for obvious reasons. And excuse me, a couple of tree hugging fucks, they show up to try and get some evidence that these crazy genetic experiments are happening on this farm. And they do. They take some waste, and it turns out there's like a weird, goofy little sheep fetus monster thing. That thing escapes, starts biting everybody and turning the sheep evil and turning people into sheep monsters. Oh my God, will we survive the sheep apocalypse, Joe? Find out in the hit motion picture Black Sheep. Yeah, this one still holds up. It's funny. It's gory without being like completely mean spirited and shit. I know the intro sounds fucked up, but everything after that's all just kind of funny and fun monster movie stuff. Um, my real only complaint, Joe, and I know I'm glad you're sitting down for this because it's going to take you aback, but maybe one too many fart jokes.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, wasn't expecting that. Um, yeah, I remember not liking this movie. I saw it once and I still have it, so and I've been meaning to go back and watch it again. I remember some of the effects looking pretty cool, but the movie itself, that the humor they were going for, I don't think it, hit me. And plus, me, I don't really like a lot of horror comedy. So the movie's not for me to begin.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, besides, laughing at the accents and seeing a couple cool looking monsters, there's really nothing.
Yeah, unless you're a fan of greenery, water and stuff.
Fuck yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I love the water. But yeah, if you like monster movies, check it out for sure. It's got some good stuff in there. And Umbrella, they are putting out a new version of this, which right now I'm okay with this DVD because the price is a bit much. But if I find it on sale, there is a New Zealand horror documentary that I would like to watch that's on that disc. But yeah, I don't care. What the fuck do I don't have a stake. They never asked me to make anything. I'll jump in a lake, you bitches. That's it. Cracking it. No, I'm not cracking this one in half. Maybe if it was theirs. Whatever. Fucking prigs. Where's my water?
Well, Tom, went ahead and finished up this old double feature for the Dragon Dynasty era. Yep. That's right. I had reviewed The Avenging Eagle, and man, that was pretty good. So I went ahead and watched the second one, The Blood Brothers. But here it just says Blood Brothers. But it's called The Blood Brothers, when you look it up. And this one's about two guys. They're bandits, Tom. They do some of that highway robbery, even before there was a highway. And this guy comes up and they're going to rob him. Hey, this guy's a little tougher than their average mark or whatever, victim. Robbie, I guess you could say. And, well, they fight him for about, 10 minutes or however long these fights last in these movies. And they said, hey, fuck it. We already got his stuff. Let's just go, So they haul ass, go back to one of the robbers has a house, him and his wife, that's their house. The other guy just lives there and so they can go robbing. Anyway, the guy that they robbed, he just comes up, hey, what's up? Y'all just robbed me. And they're like, oh shit, this guy wants some more shit. No. I want you to join forces with me and let's all make a big group of bandits, and take over this entire area. I know there's already a group of bandits, but we'll make ours tougher and we'll take over their territory. They do that, Tom. They do that. Now I forget what they're called, the Blood Brother Bandits, we'll just call them. And things are pretty good, but the one guy that had this idea, it's not enough for him. He's an ambitious type. And he wants to go be a general. That way he can be in politics and stuff. But he starts to fall for this other guy's wife. And she starts to fall for him, Tom. And that's a big no-no. You're right. That's a big no-no. And, he says, fuck it. I'm going to go be a general. And he does. And then he calls these guys back. Hey, I need the bandits by my side. And we're going to make you guys soldiers, real legit soldiers. And, and we can have a bigger army. So they come. They're all excited, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, we're going to be legit, blah, blah, blah. And, But who else is coming with him? The wife, Tom. And old feelings are rekindled. Not just rekindled, but acted upon. What's this guy to do? He wants this girl all to himself, but he also can't be seen with a married woman. That's not a good thing for a general to do. The public will turn on you. So he just decides to have this guy killed. Well, the other bandit, the other blood brother, no, he doesn't like that. He's going out for revenge. This movie's all right. It's not as fun as The Avenging Eagle. I mean, obviously, this is a story about infidelity and betraying your friends, and just fucking ambition. So it's more like one of the Shakespearean histories, like Richard III or fucking King Lear or something like that. And it's a big production, and it has a shitload of extras, but the fight scenes aren't very fun. Some of them, that's some pretty good choreography there, but it's just not exciting. It didn't do it for me. It's all right. I didn't dislike it, but I can't recommend it. So, if you could break this disc in half and just get the Avenging Eagle, then that's what you should do. Yeah. Or go to Arrow and buy a big box set with 12 more movies in it, Always check out our good friends over at Arrow Video.
They put that shit in one of them?
I don't know. I don't see why they wouldn't. Both of these are real popular. Blood Brothers, I guess, won the equivalent of the Oscar for China or whatever. China. I don't know. I guess at the time it came out, it may have been a pretty big movie, a big spectacle to watch, and it's pulling at the heartstrings and just kind of oh, that guy's gonna get his at some point. But well, the ending is fucking not what you expect either, And that
Is it good?
It was unexpected. I don't want to ruin it because I know everybody's gonna rush out and watch this movie or get it somewhere or something. If Arrow did put it out, I hope they did a better job on the subtitles because the grammar on this is all fucked up. I don't know. Blood Brothers.
What color were the subtitles? Do you remember?
White.
I don't know what people have against yellow subtitles. But
yeah, they stand out a lot better than white does against white backgrounds.
Yeah, yellow subtitles are the way to go. And I'm not even mad if you fucking, outline them in black or something.
Yep.
Yeah, every time I see I put on something that has white subtitles, I know at some point I'm gonna fucking miss something.
Mm-hmm.
Black, too. I don't think I've ever seen black subtitles.
Have I?
Sorry, my bad. Those fucking racists putting the subtitles together. That's it. I don't stand for much, Joe, but I'm going to stand for equal rights for black subtitles.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody needs a cause.
Mm-hmm. And that's going to be mine. Fuck. Oh, it's back to me, huh? That sucks.
That's it.
Ah, shit. Well, Joe, we'll do a movie so nice, I'll talk about it twice. Because, I mean, shit, I talked about District 9 11 times before. So why the fuck not talk about Bad Taste twice, Joe?
All right.
You ever seen this movie?
I have.
Yeah, do you like it?
Yeah. Yeah, for the most part,
So, what's this one about?
it's about this town, that like there's been no communication coming from this town for a while, and the government's like, hey, that ain't right. Why don't we send in the boys to investigate?
But
And
not just any boys, Joe.
yeah,
The AIDS boys.
the AIDS boys, yes, and they do, and they investigate, and well, hilarity ensues. Hilarity ensues, and they discover this town has been overrun. Not just overrun, like they've slaughtered everybody in the town. Aliens have that have come to Earth to get ingredients for their fast food chain.
What ingredients, you might ask? Butt cheeks.
Hmm?
Human butt cheeks.
Yeah,
And nipples and fucking any other kind of meat you can get off of.
just like making hot dogs, Yeah.
So yeah, it's a very simple premise. Aliens come to Earth. They invade a small town, and it's up to a military group, I guess you can call them, of 4 people to take out the aliens. You got
Forces unit.
yeah, the Astro Investigation Defense Service,
Hmm.
AIDS. So you got like average Joe looking guy. I think his name's Barry, if I remember.
Yeah, he's the only one whose name I do remember.
And then you got Peter Jackson who plays is the nerdy tech guy, and his name's Derek. And then you got Ozzy, who's more of the rock and roll gun guy. And then I always forget the other guy's name. We'll just call him Cigar Guy because he always has a little cigar in there. But in there, I mean his penis hole. So, yeah, it's just those 4 guys going up against a town full of aliens. And I would say the movie is known mostly for the gore and kind of how over the top it is.
Yeah. So yeah, this one, it'd been a long time since I've seen it, a very, very long time. And it starts off really slow, like really slow. I was like, fuck, I remember being a lot better. Um, there's some gag with the alien hanging off the side of a mountain, and it's just like it's not funny to me, and it's just like, fuck, how long? What's going on here? But like it finds itself during the course of the movie when it becomes more action oriented, I think, and they're making fun of action movie sequences because they'll do a lot of the poses, the jumps, some of the kicks and punches that people do, and it's just like these aren't stuntmen; these are just regular guys doing it. So it looks funny, it looks ridiculous when they're doing it, and I got a kick out of that shit. A lot of their fight scenes, I thought, hey, this is fucking excellent. This is this is low budget guys that are intentionally making fun of shit and having fun doing it.
But I mean, doing it well too, because all the shots and like the technical aspects of the movie are like fucking great for, just pretty much I'd say one dude being the, leading force of everything and, just
Yeah,
handling most of the shit.
the editing especially helps those action scenes. I mean, it is edited really, really well. So that dude already knew his shit, because that's like that doesn't look amateurish at all.
No, all the gore's fun. There's a lot of it. Is it the best gore? No, but I mean it's fun and how it's shot. It's well done and all that shit. I fucking really like the creature designs of it, obviously. The thing that always got me is Peter Jackson was using like his family's oven to bake all the foam. And that's, the first big thing you learn when you run and bake foam is don't use the fucking oven that you're going to use to eat because, these are all chemicals that are. So hopefully everybody's okay because the family would use the oven afterwards for years and years and years. And that always stuck out as, oh, fuck. So yeah, hopefully they were all right. But yeah, for being a fucking, a simple movie, I just like it because, it's fun. It feels like the everyman going up against to save the fucking world. And
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah, it like I said, if you've never seen it before, if you think it's slow, just stick with it. Stick with it. I guarantee it gets better. It gets a lot more enjoyable. Like Tom said, it gets fun. And yeah, and it their energy comes through of what they were doing.
And this is one I can't say, oh, I avoided this movie for so long because I saw it as a fucking teenager. You know what I'm saying? I saw it like well before I was out of high school. It was like, oh, I don't want to see this goofy movie. Oh, look at this stupid alien with the middle finger. Yeah, that's going to be fucking cool. And then one day I went to the mall, or I was dropped off at the mall. And you remember Babbage's, Joe?
That I don't remember.
It was a computer, like, not computer warehouse, computer, like, software store where you'd go in and buy computer games specifically. But they had a used DVD section because DVDs were hot. And they had it there, Joe. So I said, oh, well, I guess this is the time that I'm going to fucking finally watch this movie. Because it wasn't like you could just go on the internet and find bad taste. So, all right, this is the sign to watch it. And I was fucking just blown away by how fun and ridiculous all this shit was. And clearly, this movie was an influence on the shit that I make, not just fucking this thing. But if you've seen Race War, you're just like, oh, all right then. That makes sense. But yeah, this is one of my favorites in my top 10 for sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Fucking prick. Oh, fuck. I've been talking a while. Let me drink some little bit more water before.
Yeah. Wet your whistle. Okay.
Let me make sure that this one is the last movie. Oh shit, we can break into this because I forgot to talk about it and do a little break, but the podcast feed might be going away, probably will. Did we bring this up?
I think you did, yeah.
Did we? Okay, well, I mean, nobody reached out and said, oh, you should keep the podcast. I listened to the audio version only. So, if you're listening to this on a podcast feed, if you don't speak out, this might be your last chance because I could be saving, 100 and some bucks a fucking year for something that, doesn't really get any traction or anything because everybody fucking, the 3 people have moved over to YouTube and listen and watch it here.
Called BOYGOB.com.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it directs to, but I can always just direct it to the YouTube page.
Yeah.
So, I mean, BOYGOB.com will always go to something, even if we're not doing the podcast anymore. And, maybe somebody finds a flyer. I'll make sure to link it something that'll make me laugh that you went to BOYGOB.com. Fucking pricks. Until I die and stop paying for it, I guess. But that shit went up too. I remember I got that shit and it was like fucking like some low price, like, oh yeah, $8, $9 or something. I've got to renew it and it's up to like 17. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, you know, the tariffs and all.
Yeah, I know, but it's boygob.com. It should be even less.
You know, tariffs.
How did negative people visit the thing? They should be paying me to fucking get it. Well, Joe, let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been a musical theater guy?
As like on stage singing and dancing and all that.
I don't know.
I've gone to see a few.
You like them?
Sometimes depends on what it is.
Yeah, I saw that Book of Mormon and
You did.
I didn't. I just don't like the musical theater, Joe. Hey, Joe. Okay, so that sucked. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Have you ever met the Feebles?
No, the Feebles. No.
Well, Joe, do you know what a Feeble is?
I know what a Phoebe is. You know,
What's that?
like a feeble-minded person.
Do you think that's what they were referring to?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
Am I wrong?
No, I don't know. You would think, why? Well, that's fine, I guess. Why don't you think of something better? But they didn't, and they're called the Feebles, and we met them. I don't know, Joe. Meet the Feebles. What's this about? So this is we follow the cast and crew of a variety show on the day that they're getting their big break. They're gonna get a chance to get a show on network television. Unfortunately, Joe, just like you and I, everybody's got their own problems.
Oh, everybody's got something, Tom.
Things are tough all over.
Yep. You know, you got one guy that is probably addicted, you know, to drugs.
Like every drug. First, it starts out he's a heroin addict, but just because it's a funny thing to do, oh, let's just start naming every drug I've ever heard a goofy name for. So I guess he's addicted to all that stuff.
Yeah, you got another guy that I don't know, using cast members for pornography.
A smut peddler, as they're called.
Yeah, you've got the guy running it all, Tom, who's again, he doesn't even like this shit. He would rather be in the drug trade or something else, you know, something more profitable. You know, you've got a jaded star, Tom. You know, she's past her prime, and well, she's the star of the show, but maybe not for long. You know, you got a rival for her. You know, just some slutty old fucking. You know, trying to take whatever this girl's got. Then you got a glimmer of hope show up, Tom. A guy, and it's his first day there. You know, just an innocent. We'll call him an innocent.
You know what we can call him, Joe?
Feeble.
Robert.
Yeah, we see the dirty side, you know, of these kind of productions. You know, it's not all glitz and glam. It's, you know, there's an ugliness behind that curtain. And this,
Yes, there is.
but it's supposed to be funny, Tom, because they're Muppets. You know, this whole Muppet type character.
They're not. No, no, no.
Fuck yeah, they are.
They're
Yep,
puppets.
they are variations of the Muppets.
Puppets.
Some of the designs are swiped pretty fucking obviously from the Muppets. Uh, the thing, you know, this is supposed to be a comedy, and it's just crass. You know, it's not I didn't find anything funny. I didn't think it was good. You know, it was hard to fucking stay focused on it because it's just like, okay, all right, back in the shitter. Okay, oh, okay, this puppet's doing a rape. Oh, that's funny because it's puppets. Um, yeah, I didn't like this. You know,
Yes, it is very rude, crude, and vulgar. All because they're it's puppets, but yeah, it's puppets. That's great, right? I mean, it's fine. It is what it is. I get it, but I
so there's
don't know.
songs on it because it's a variety show type thing. All the songs suck. They're all boring.
Sodomy's pretty good. That one always makes me laugh.
I didn't dig it. Uh, there are some scenes and some character designs that I liked a whole lot. I thought that Vietnam sequence was badass, and I thought, man, they should have just made a whole fucking puppet Vietnam movie, and that would have been like fucking right there. I would have dug that. Um, there's a scene on the docks, which that scene's stupid as shit, but it looks really cool. You know, the set design there. They've got some crabs there that look really fucking good. You know, I liked the design of those guys too. There's a big fucking whale or some kind of sea creature that comes up out of the water, and that looks cool. There's a lot of cool shit to look at, but you know the story's just so bad. You just kind of want to look away for a while. And, I don't know, look at your phone or look at the fucking. Oh man, I didn't know there was a crack right there in the wall. Should do something about that. Oh wait a minute, what's going on in this movie? Uh,
Usually signifies a foundation problem.
yep, that's not good. Um, yeah, I just yeah, I don't want to watch this ever again.
Yeah, I liked it a lot as a teenager. Going back watching it now, yeah, I liked it well enough. This movie just, it just looks so dirty, and it just for some reason it just fucking creeps me out. Like it's just dark and dingy, and these some of these puppets are just like weird looking. When Bletch is eating that fucking fish, it's just like, oh, this is kind of creepy. And then that fucking whale or whatever comes up. There's just a bunch of weird, odd looking shit that every time I watch, it's like, oh, I gotta go take a fucking rape shower. This is a dirty ass movie. But yeah, didn't hold my attention a whole hell of a lot this time. I watched an upscale version on YouTube. It looked better. It lost some of that dinginess of that fucking VHS rip transfer DVD, whatever the fuck it is, but
Yeah, the version is really good. It's like yeah, really clear.
yeah, it's okay. It's never been my favorite Peter Jackson movie, but it is a fucking weird, odd movie to think like this dude who made this super edge lord fucking thing went on to make this multi-billion-dollar franchise and shit. So it's just like if the guy who made the fucking AIDS Bunny movie can fucking go on to do that, then I mean anybody can. Well, at least they could back then. But
Yeah,
now, who knows? Different time, but I mean it's all right. There's definitely some good artistry going on in there, but at a certain point when all you're doing is, oh, is this edgy and crass and that's all it is. It kind of runs out of steam, especially now. Back then when it first came out, like when the Muppets and shit were huge, I'm sure this was great. And it was like, oh man, you got to see this. I came across this fucking movie. Oh, this is crazy. Let's get some more blowing us. And oh, this is, oh shit. But as time goes on, it doesn't hold up besides being like this fucking weird oddity of a movie.
Yeah, I don't know. And, I thought the voice work was all really, really weak. Uh, a lot of them are just doing impressions of stars from like the 40s and stuff, and it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's, like I said, there's not a whole lot that I liked, aside from some, I thought The Fly, dude, I thought his character design and shit looked really cool too. But yeah, no, definitely not for me, this one.
Do you have any references for the voices? Just because I don't know.
Like, uh, what's his name? Peter Lorre. There's a guy that talks like Peter Lorre, boss. Um, there was the main hippo chick or cow chick or whatever the fuck she was supposed to be. I think a hippo. I forgot what voice. There was like 3 or 4. I was like, oh, that's I don't know shit about the 40s anymore, Tom. Since I was in my 40s.
Right, and yeah, I just didn't know if there were ones that stuck out just because I don't fucking know.
Peter Lorre's the one that really, I don't know. And then, again, it's like, oh, that's the guy that did this character's voice. Oh, here's that same guy again, because he can't really uh, modulate his voice enough to where you can't differentiate that. That's not him.
Gotcha. All right, well, if you want some weird edge lordy foreign cinema,
Yep, definitely.
well, Joe, let me ask you this:
Mm.
Heard any rumors?
Rumors are true, Tom. It's not a rumor if it's true.
Yeah, if you didn't read Secret Wars, you're fucking completely lost.
There's little Spider-Man's fighting the X-Men in the Secret Wars. So I read 5 issues of Secret Wars. That's all maybe it was 6. Yeah, I think I read 6. Spider-Man doesn't do a shitload in it. He's hardly in the thing. I haven't got to the issue where he types on a computer and gets a new costume, but we'll get to that. It's mainly Doctor Doom. Like it's like his fucking thing, and it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but it's not good. It's got a whole bunch of like holes in the story that had me going back. It's like, shit, did I go past a page or something? Oh no, this just happened. They don't explain it. Okay.
Well, this was their first big series that they did for the sole reason of making toys.
Yeah, and it was a year-long series. In the regular continuity of the comics, they disappear one month, and then they're back the next month, and then they stretch this whole story out. So they couldn't tell you, oh, why is, what happened to the Hulk over there? Why is he so angry now? Or, and a bunch of shit that didn't really matter, And the only lasting thing was Spider-Man's coming back, coming back at you. He's back. You know what happens in this issue? Daredevil carries half the issue, and then Spider-Man's is back. He's in a new costume. And this one, old Black Cat is looking for Spider-Man for half the issue, and then all of a sudden he's back, but in a new costume. And then I do have that Rumors Are True comic somewhere at the shop. Can't find it. I was hoping it would be like a real shitty copy that I could tear on screen, but I couldn't find it. But you know what happens in that issue, Tom?
Yes, Joe. In issue 252, we're introduced to Spider-Man's new costume, and we learn the ins and outs of it, and that's pretty much it.
That's it. It's all 3 of these issues are the same story, and none of them are good.
It's got a nice little homage cover, right? That's cute.
Yeah, and even like what this one, it has like a connecting cover next month, and it'll have the new suit on that side.
So hold that up closer to the screen? Because I'm trying to figure out what all that pixels and color is on the. What's it supposed to be? Oh, those are buildings?
Yeah.
Oh shit, okay. Gotcha. All right, now I know what I'm seeing.
Winging in.
Yeah, gotcha. I was just like, is there fireworks going on in the background? What the fuck?
Yeah. Not great.
It's all right.
New era of Spider-Man's.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great because yeah, Spider-Man sucks, man. That's a shitty comic. It's consistent. I'll give it that. It's very consistent.
I would say the art's been getting better ever since the Hobgoblin run.
Yeah.
So I like those pumpkins.
Maybe they'll get back to that.
Maybe.
Probably not.
That's a fun cover.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe fucking Power Pack Man or whatever the fuck will zap Spider-Man's in his new suit, and then a new villain will come along in about fucking 48 issues or so. It's still a good year away.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, this was a fucking another one. Is there anything else you want to hit up people in the chat?
No, thank you. Hordecast Live joining in late, but thanks for joining in. Rich, thank you. The Moore sisters, thank you for coming in, and looks like that's all we had.
Right on. Well, I appreciate you guys and gals. All right. So this was just fantastic. Yeah, great. Everybody, hope you're all well and have a fucking great week. Maybe we'll be back to talk at you next week. If not, always remember dwnproductions.net, fastcustomshirts.com, and all that good shit. Thank you. Joe, anything?
Just hit him with an old boy gob.
Thanks for checking out the show. We hope you dug it, baby. If so, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and let us know down below. Support Tom and Joe by heading over to dwnproductions.net and fastcustomshirts.com. Until next time, boy.